That's the golden time Monday. I've been in like an oldies mood. How you guys doing today? Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our life. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne to God, it will not stop me. So I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that this video won't take too long. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Angel number 39. Make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional information about me on thececilist.com, as well as angel messages and additional guidance. Also, if you want to support me or communicate with me in any way, all that information is down below. All right, God. Now give us a tool that we can use this week to become the alchemist of our life, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public. God, what is the most important tool that we need to know at this time? Please make it as plain as possible. If any of our guardian angels, ancestors, and beings of light would like to come in, know that they are more than welcome. Beings of light only. And God, name I pray. All right, let's do one message, please, God. All right. The message that came... He a bad boy. Angel number 133. Bad boy. He a bad boy. It comes not by magic, but by universal law. God said this is the most important tool that you need to know in order to become the alchemist of your life. Start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary weighing all the pros and cons of your experience. Instead, tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder and watch your life. Excuse me. Let me calm down. Start telling a better feeling story about things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary, weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. But it is not by magic, it is by law. It is by the power of the laws of the universe and your deliberate alignment with those laws. And so I have been telling you guys, we are moving away from manifestations, and we're really trying to just focus on moving more into alignment with the things that we want in our life. And God is saying right here, angel number 30, if we decide to take that approach, that we are going to align with the laws of the universe, with the laws of attraction, with the laws of the universe, and stay in alignment with that, then our life is going to change about. And one of those rules that we know is the law of attraction, which means like attracts more like. So if you think positive thoughts, then more positive things will come into your experience. Another thing that you need to know is that creation happens in 3 steps. It happens first in the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and your actions. And until those 3 actions are all in sync and in alignment, then it will be harder for you to manifest or to bring the things that you want in your life. Another thing that God wants you to be very mindful of is knowing that the subject of any subject is really 2 subjects. This card says the subject of money are really 2 subjects, but it really is the subject of anything. And I'm actually going to read this for you. Angel number 355. The subject of money is really 2 subjects. 1, money, plenty of money, and 2, absence of money, not nearly enough. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not enough money. And the difference is very important because the first subject brings money. The second subject holds it away. So why is this so important? Right here, back where we went into our law of attraction card, Abraham Hicks said, do not write your story like a factual documentary weighing all the pros of cons. And so right then and there, what they're saying is, as you are trying to manifest your new life, don't start thinking, oh, but do I deserve this, or how is it going to happen? Don't even worry about that. So often we limit ourselves in our mind. Remember, creation happens in 3 steps. And so if your first step, you're already going back and forth on whether you want it or not, you've already exited out. You can say it as much as you want, but you don't really believe it deep down in your heart. And so you can't bring those actions about. So what God is saying is, when you're thinking about anything, whether it's money or whether it's a job or whether it's love, when you're thinking about it in a way that makes you feel bad, you are speaking of the lack of the subject and not bringing it in. Do you hear what I'm saying? So God is saying you can bring about any change that you want in your life. You can bring the love that you want in your life. If you want to be a billionaire, you can bring that in your life. But it's not happening by magic. It's not happening because you're just speaking these things. It's happening because you have taken the deliberate action to make sure that your mind, thoughts, words, and actions are all in alignment with your intention. And because they are in alignment with your intention and with the universe is able to bring it in because you're clear. Because you're clear on where you're going. You feel it, you want it, you attract it. But when you don't really feel it, when you're just speaking of it, that's where the discontent come in. That's why you say it's bullshit, but it's really bullshit on your part because you don't believe it. That's why God says don't get caught up in what the next person is doing. I don't know if he said that or not. I feel like that's what God said. Don't get caught up in what nobody doing. Don't get caught up in what anybody has, because for one, you don't know what that person had to do to get what they had. 2, you don't really know how that person feel about what they have. People can have, and we have seen this. We have seen this over and over. People are millionaires and billionaires, and then they commit suicide, or they have the dream job and then they commit suicide, and we're like, oh my God. So they let you know it's not about money. Actually, money is not, like, it shouldn't even be on the fucking table, because money is just a natural resource. Like, it's just a tool. So money really shouldn't be the determining factor of any of your decision. Whether you want to go on a vacation, whether you want a certain dress, don't think about the money. Think about how it makes you feel. Is it worth that much because it's going to make you feel that good? I went on this vacation and I randomly just picked this place. And then I happened to go back and I'm like, oh, this is a really nice ass place. And as I was going there, this guy was like, oh, this is the bougie side of the mountain. This is the bougie place. This da 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 da. And I was just like, goddamn right, it's the bougie side, because that's what I deserve it. And I was laying on the beach and I had beach service. Like, I was literally like, this is the motherfucking life. Like, that's what I was feeling. I was just feeling like, this is the life. This is what I need to be doing more often. Like, I need to bring this more. And when you feel that way, and when you're so clear on that, the universe, it's a clear signal. It's like, bing, 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 bing. But so often you say you want something, but then you settle for something else. And then the universe was like, well, what does she want at the end of the day? I can set my own standard for financial well-being. God is saying what you want. How do you want to live your life? Stop worrying about what your parents think you should have and do, and just really get focused on what do you want. God, clarify this message of it comes not by magic, but by universal law. And the subject of money is really 2 subjects. What are you trying to get us to understand about setting our own financial well-being? What are you trying to get us to understanding about manifesting abundance into our life? What are you trying to get us to understand about becoming and getting in alignment with those things that we really want? God, just let us know what you are trying to show us. Make it as plain as possible. I should have did that. Make it as plain as possible. I gotta realize these ain't I have not worn these cards out enough because they're too big. All right. Yep. Okay. 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 All right. So I asked God, what is your energy towards this tool, and how can you what's the energy, how's your energy towards this tool, and how can you overcome it, or how can you utilize this tool, right? So the energy towards it comes not by magic, by law. Like, you genuinely feel right now like you need to be a magician in order to in order to bring change in your life. But the good thing is, you feel like you can do it. Like, you do feel like you can become the alchemist of your life. You feel like you are on that road to become the alchemist of your life. And what God is saying, to continue to maintain that, continue to stay in your bubble, continue to this girl, she looks like a student. She looks like she's on a journey. She's on a like she's on an adventure. She's practicing her power. She's learning to see what happens when she put her energy, focus, and attention into one thing. And so God is saying, continue to do that. Continue to keep telling yourself a better feeling story. Continue to just focus on where you want to go. Focus on how you want to feel. And if you continue to focus on where you want to go and how you want to feel, then eventually you're going to manifest this in your life. In order to harness this energy of it comes not by magic, but by universal law, God said you need to just continue to focus on this energy of expansion, and this energy of always, not being afraid to dive in your emotion, not being afraid to look at what your deep desires are. But it's really, what I'm hearing is, it really has to be this energy of expansion. So I feel like what God is saying, if you feel like you are trapped in a situation, if you feel like, I am telling myself a positive story, I am being more mindful of it, I feel like now it's time to do the action part of it. Now it's time to embody what you're trying to do. And for me going on that vacation where I was on the beach, for a couple of days, where I spend most of that time just reading my book, that's me embodying the life that I need to live. It also makes me think back to that message that I had on starting to practice your new life now. God is saying, not only tell yourself the stories that not only tell yourself how you want your life to go, how you want to feel, but start moving that way as well. Angel number 1225. When we get to the subject of money, the topic of the subject of money is really two subjects. God is saying, you're speaking of abundance. You're saying that you want abundance. You're saying that you want this wealth to come into your life, but you feel like you have to work for it. You feel like you have to, work hard for it. Like you don't feel like it's just your natural birthright. And so that's what God is wanting you to get very mindful of, knowing that it's two different subjects, knowing that you can think money and plenty of money. I feel like he's saying you need to get more clear on the feelings of fear and discomfort. Like, you want to have abundance. You feel this way. Like, this is what you want. This is what you desire. But you also feel like, well, how do I need to work to get there? Like, what things do I need to do to get there? Like, you got your head down. You feel like you have to do it all on your own. And I feel like God is relaying you back to this message of saying, like, you don't have to do it all on your own. You don't have to work hard for it, but you do have to get very clear on your mind. You have to get very clear on your thoughts, your words, and your intentions, and making sure that you're moving in a way and that says that, you are abundant, that this is the life for you. I also get this energy of like, don't try and stop being selfish. Like, stop hoarding your resources. This is why I got for this, like, you're trying too hard and you're hoarding your resources. So like, maybe I feel like this is like an artist that has things that they've been working on, but they haven't put it out for sale. They haven't put anything out on the internet. It's just like you're just hoarding all yourself. Also, you're hoarding your money. You're not investing in yourself. You're not investing in your craft. And because you feel like, oh, I got to work hard, I got to save every penny, you're actually blocking yourself. You think that you think that this is what you're doing, but what you're really doing is this. You're holding your money in and you're working super hard for your money. And God is saying you need to change that. Like, your just due is coming. You're going to see that you are the magician of your life. But what needs to happen first is for you to get control of the stories that you're telling yourself. And not even get control of the stories you're telling yourself, but I really feel like you need to get your mind around this concept that is not anything magical that you need to do. Like, I feel like for some reason, angel number 15, you're this type of person that feel like, oh, I need to, what's this ritual I need to do or do it. It's like God is like, no, like, get out of that. Like, you don't even, there's no rituals. Like, you are the alchemist. It's just a matter of you realizing that you are the alchemist of your life. And when you start putting your time, energy, and attention into it and actually start moving that way and start living in a space of expansiveness and growth, then you can bring in, then this won't even be relevant because your just do is gonna come in. So you won't really feel like you have to work so hard. And then you'll know you're the alchemist of your life because you're not hoarding your resources. So God is really, if I was to narrow this down, I really feel like this is God saying that you need to be mindful of how you're thinking about things, how you're thinking about your life. Because you can be thinking and you can be saying, I want growth, I want expansion, and I want this. But when you think about growth and expansion and love, you feel like, oh, it's not really for me. So God is saying you need to get your emotions and your thoughts and your actions all on the same page. Angel number 1616. I'm done. Let me give you guys a sacred oracle to get on out of here. Actually, let me get you guys a Sufi to get you on out of here. That's all he wants you to know. He really wants you to know, like, you have the power to be the alchemist of your life. You can have the expansion that you need. It's not coming by magic. It's coming by you being in alignment. And the way that you get in alignment is by you being more aware of where you're putting your focus, energy, and attention and your resources. Making sure that, because if you're abundant, if you feel that you're abundant, if you feel that, you're wealthy, you're not going to second guess investing in yourself, right? You're not going to second guess putting yourself on a vacation. Like, you're not, like you're going to put certain resources in place so that you don't have to work so hard. But when you don't really feel that way, you see what I'm saying? It can't come about. So again, it's about you embodying and actually acting and living in a way so that you can become the alchemist of your life. All of this happens through action. Like, you can believe it, you can say it, but you really know if you really do it when you get into the action and on your day to day. So, all right, God, clarify this message of it comes not by magic, but by universal law, and the subject of money is two different things. God, clarify this message of the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. A lot of thing about working every day and passion, like money and passion, God. Clarify this message of money and passion, justice, and becoming the alchemist of our lives. It's coming. I think you just gotta switch your belief. One card, please. One card, please. I feel like you want to be like a billionaire, and God is saying, why not? Why not? Do it. Balance life. Love seeks your well-being. Love seeks your well-being. And face your fears. Farewell to the phantom. So I feel like what God is saying, you need to look at your emotions. You can be saying it, you can be doing all this stuff, listening to it, but if you don't really feel it, you gotta actually feel this shit. Like, you can't fake it with God. You just can't fake it with God. That's why you gotta get out of. That's why I'm getting out of manifestations talk and like get out of this witch shit. Like we are just magical, period, because we are actual spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings in a physical body, which makes us magical fucking unicorns, right? And so you don't have to know these tools or anything. You can just speak it. Like, it says that in the Bible. Like, your words are powerful. So if you pair your thoughts and your words and your actions, like, that's the ultimate alignment, right? But if you don't really feel it, if you don't really feel like you could be you can't fake it. That's all I'm gonna say. You can't fake it. I'm done. Today, like many other days, we wake up empty and startled. Let the beauty we love be what we do. Rumi. Life is too valuable to waste. The way to spend it, let me calm down. Angel number 1954. Life is too valuable to waste. The way to spend it well is to have a balanced life. This means having mind, body, heart, and spirit all working together in harmony. When there is no conflict and no competition between these elements, the systems work together and you achieve an inner peace. Life becomes imbalanced when we focus too much to any one aspect and neglect the others. Rumi is a loving oracle reminding you to see the beauty around you so that love becomes a presence that affects everything you do. If you feel you are losing your enthusiasm, it means you have fallen off balance. It might be that you are feeling overwhelmed because you are under pressure of some kind or dealing with a physical hardship which is causing stress and keeping your systems from working together. Let love guide you towards what is best for you. When you allow the spirit of love to guide you, all the organs of your body will be in harmony with each other. This oracle brings the message that your heart is big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you. Allow your knowledge, awareness, and openness to allow your mind, body, heart, and spirit to work together. Begin by giving your mind confidence by strengthening your belief system. When your mind has clarity, it can guide you. You will be able to expand your memory and improve your vision, and it will help you achieve your practical goals. Spending quality time with friends, getting out in nature, taking a quiet walk, reducing your weight, or improving your sleep patterns are examples of what can be done to achieve a balance in life. Your mantra for this week, angel number 2140, is, I am open to love in every aspect of my life. I will keep my mind, body, heart, and soul aligned with the natural flow of energy to find the balance. I am opening to love in every aspect of my life. I will keep my body, mind, heart, and soul aligned with the natural flow of energy to find the balance in life. I am opening to love in every aspect of my life. I will keep my body, mind, heart, and soul aligned with the natural flow of energy to a balanced life. So I'm actually going to read this Face Your Fears because I feel called. But again, guys, God is just saying it's time to get the disharmony out of yourself. Like, it's really time to just really get into sync. If you want it, just admit that you want it. You denying that you want love, you denying that you want to be rich, you denying that you want to be famous, all it does is just put discord within yourself. Accept what you want so that you can get what you need. Angel number 2250. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are simply phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. Your fear is what holds you back, like a bar behind the door. Rumi. That was deep. That was deep. I'm sorry, that was deep. All right, here we go. You are in the presence of divine kindness and generosity. Allow it to lift you beyond ordinary consciousness. Open your heart to the gift of faith and trust in divine protection. When you become aware of the presence of the divine joy giver within you, you awaken to the spiritual power that is already embedded in your nature and recognize that you have created for joy, and that can uplift you beyond your limitations. Remember, I said that. If the world seems like an unfriendly place to you, it may be that you are lost in mundane details. Accept that pain and struggle are a part of life in the same way that pleasure and joy are. By doing so, you will lessen the tension of fear and the impact of its force upon you. As Rumi points out, life is not harmful to you. It is your fear that makes phantoms in your mind. Love is a creative power, and you are here to live that truth in your experience in its fullness. Dear one, begin to relax in the assurance that only pure love can give. Feel the divine presence of love in your heart for everything and everyone around you. By doing that, you will cause fear to disappear into the sweetness of surrender. Once you feel this connection, you will begin to realize that it is love that has awakened you. The outer sensations diminish and you experience the sweetness of bliss and the peace of divine protection. I am removing the idea of failure from my thoughts. I allow the power and courage of love to help me face whatever happens. I am removing the idea of failure from my thoughts. I allow the power and courage of love to help me face whatever happens. I am removing the idea of courage from my thoughts. I allow the power and courage of love to help me face whatever happens. And so today, if you are deciding that you want to become the alchemist of your life, or you're deciding that you're going to go after that big dream of becoming the movie director, or making that movie, or making this best CD, whatever it may be, if you've decided that that is what is for you, I say, please, please, please get yourself into full alignment. Become one with your mind, body, and spirit. Know that you are a spiritual being in this very physical vessel. Know that you have the universe and God and your spirit, your ancestors. Everyone is on your side to bring your just due. They want to help you. They want you to get these things out. And so all you need to do is to change your mind and to change the way you feel about your life, and then face your fears and watch it all come about. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please, please, please give me your thumbs up. If you really, really enjoyed it, please subscribe so you can never miss out. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. If you want to donate or reach out to me, please know all that information is in the description box below. Mwah. Take care. Bye. Angel number 2628.